What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Surfing the Stream, where every week we are on a quest to find out what is the greatest movie of all time. This week, I'm here to take a little look at Ready Player One. This was a movie that our Patreon supporters voted on through our Discord. It is a movie that has been on my watch list ever since it came out in theaters, honestly. And it's been one of those movies that I'm just like, I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it. So it sits in that watch list purgatory. So finally decided to put it up for vote. And of course, everybody through our Patreon voted for Ready Player One. And I gotta say, guys, I liked it a lot. I don't think it's, this is a Steven Spielberg movie through and through, okay? Like, some of the shots are just masterfully done. And, like, you gotta give that dude a round of applause at times, because it's just like, he just puts on a masterclass for filming and for the shots that he's able to get. And like any other kind of coming of age story involving kids, it has like that Goonies feel to the movie with a bunch of the characters. I liked the movie a lot, but with Spielberg, he has so many great movies that it's impossible to put this anywhere near the top for him. If you are a fan of Spielberg, you should definitely go watch it right now. I think I watched it on Netflix, is where you can find it. And I was pleasantly surprised by one thing, because honestly, I did not watch any of the trailers, which I'm trying to get in the habit of doing. I would love to just go blind in a lot of movies, maybe like read the synopsis and then go in blind. And that's kind of what I did for Ready Player One. I knew there was a lot of Easter eggs and homages to different properties of pop culture and shit like that. But that's basically all I knew. Okay, I didn't know anything else about the movie. And I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that half of the movie, maybe 75% of the movie, is in like CGI, and it does a mix of real world versus CGI, which I was not expecting by any means. I thought this was just gonna be real world shit. I didn't know how the little Easter eggs and all that would fit into that, but that's just kind of the thought that I had going into the movie. And the first like 15, 20 minutes is kind of jarring, because you just don't expect it with Steven Spielberg, I guess, that most of the movie is going to be in CGI. But after that, like, I was completely hooked with this movie, and I was never bored by it, which is a key thing to make sure that you have is entertainment value when you're filming a blockbuster. And if anything, Spielberg, He's not boring by any means. I take that back. I watched The Fabelmans, and I'll say I watched The Fabelmans. I watched like 15 minutes of it, and it just didn't grasp me the way that most Spielberg movies do. So I probably do need to go back and try to give that another shot. 2-movie watch rule and everything like that. But this movie's entertaining through and through. I think some of the performances are pretty damn good. We even have old dude that plays Cyclops with the new X-Men movies. Ben Mendelsohn, guys, underrated actor. He plays such a great villain, and I absolutely loved his performance throughout the entire movie. Like, to me, he just commands the scene, and when he's on the camera, you can't turn away. Like, there's no, oh, let me scroll my phone or anything like that. No, it's like, let me watch this man cook, okay? Because that's all he does is fucking cook. So if you have not watched Ready Player One, I highly recommend going and checking it out. Again, is it going to be one of Spielberg's best movies? No. Like, I can think of numerous movies off the top of my head from Spielberg that are just way better than this. And, Minority Report. I think I liked War of the Worlds a little bit more than this, honestly. But then you got the Indiana Jones movies, not counting the last two. We're not going to fucking talk about those, okay? Then you got Jaws, you got E.T., you got Lincoln. Just so many good Spielberg movies out there. And that's not a knock against this movie. It's just, if you're ranking the Spielberg movies, this one just doesn't reach those heights for me. But still, regardless, don't let that take away from the movie. I gave it 3.5 stars, and definitely a movie worth watching again, for sure. So y'all let me know in the comments below what you think about Ready Player One, or if you're a Patreon supporter, let me know in the Discord of what you think about it. And again, there are links down below in the description to all of our social media accounts, as well as our Patreon, patreon.com/2game, which is where you can support us to help expand and improve the podcast. But guys, that is going to be it from me. I will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.